Hello. Good to see you. Hello. Good to see you.
Alright, everyone, welcome back. Alright, let's see here. We're heading into the City of Falling Flame. So, for that, we're going to want something with a high fortitude. Okay, Mia. We're going to want something with a high fortitude, so that way we have maximum fire resistance. Because we're going to try and run full invincibility all the way through. So, I was thinking we would go with an Ishtar, as that has an A plus in fortitude. And then we will run the Hounds with a Scothic Chrome on it, so that way it gives us a 105 in fire defense, which is the highest in the game currently. And the Sanguine Garb, or Dust Garb, or Silver Garb, or whatever, it has a 103, so this is a great second option. The defense and all that doesn't really matter. I'll show you why I'm going with the Hounds here in a second. And then for the sword, maybe we'll go with the pipe and go with the well, what should we do? Maybe go, well, we did this Azure Greatsword last time, so maybe this time we'll go with the Black Greatsword. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we choose, but this will be maybe a fun one to do. Then we want to go with Deliverance, so we keep Mia alive at all times. She won't go down at all, which will be great. We'll go for Avarice, so that way we get this up from 0.57 to 0.86 drain rating, so we can keep getting our Ichor up. We're going to go for Flame Protection and Elemental Wall. That way we have 100% resistance to flame at all time. Then next we will run, let's see, what would be good? Let's pick up Charisma. We'll boost Mia here a little bit. I mean, why not? Let's give her an edge over the enemy. And for what else are we gonna do? Maybe guard drain. What are we lacking? Maybe strength and willpower. Mind and willpower. Let's go mind and fortitude. Okay. Then we'll pick up this. Then we'll pick up gift extension, bridge to glory. We'll talk about that in a bit. And then we'll go for, let's see, what are we trying to do? We want high health, need a vitality for sturdy body, so we're miles away from that. And let's see, we'll go with Mia's gift here, Blood Awakening, and we'll pick up yeah, that's fine, ice, or it doesn't really matter at this point. Oh, I want to pick up, instead of here, go for Aurora Flash, because this is a strange one. This is the only slash one of these type of gifts here that creates a blade in front of you that's scaling off of mind. I don't know why that is, but the others are all dark, and they all scale off of willpower, which is kind of strange, but it scales off of mind, and it does a lot of damage for some reason. So we'll go with Aurora Flash. That'll be kind of our go-to quick move, if you will. And then, let's see. We don't want Hasten because we're just going to be slow anyways. So here we can go for maybe something like offensive order. Maybe we'll go for offensive order. And mind and willpower up to boost Aurora Flash. Alright, so we'll run something like this. Just for, I mean, the City of the Falling Flame is the easiest place in the entire game to run because there's no danger to you if you run Flame Protection and Elemental Wall, plus either the Violet Gear or the Sanguine Garb, or Dust Garb, or Silver Garb. Any one of these are all the same thing, just different names. But super high flame resistance, and there's nothing that can touch you. One thing I wanted to mention about weight classes is here you have the weight limit, then you have your weight limit. So if you're below half, you go one mobility class higher than what is base mobility, and if you're 20% lower than the total weight, then you can go 2 mobilities up. So for example, here in Hades, you'll see that if I choose the pipe, we're at quick mobility, but if I choose anything else that puts me over 50 pounds, I'm up to normal, which for Hades, the base mobility is slow. And you see here that with the Black Sword, we have normal mobility because we're below 50% weight. And here for the pipe, we're at quick mobility, even though we're running a slow, heavy blood code. So that's something that's kind of interesting. So if you're below 50%, you get 1 mobility up. And if you're below 20%, then you get 2 mobilities up. So if you're running a Hades code, maybe you want to go with like a really light, like an Ivory Grace blood veil, and then if you want to get something like run a strength-based sword, then you could do something like that. So that's a little bit about weights and mobilities and kind of keeping an eye on those. All right, let's continue on here. We'll take Mia with us and let's go. So we got ice, so we should be fine here. None of this matters here. Oh, I wanted to say one thing about why I chose the Hounds, which is why I wanted this. Regenerative Drain, so instead of Offensive Order, maybe we'll just do this for now. So for regenerative drain, we'll take a hit here. Thank you. So now if so here I should get 5% of my health back, which is like 150 health or so. So there we go, we got 150 health. But if I attack and then do the quick drain, then I'll get, because the hounds have 2 heads, I'll get 10% of my health back. So 1, 2, and you see there, my health went up 10% instead of 5%. So I got about 310 health back. And that'll top us off. And since we'll be invincible in the Falling Flame, in the City of the Falling Flame, we will always be able to top off our health no matter what, no matter what's going on. Remember, he has a slash resistance, so we're not able to use Aurora Flash on him too well, but we can just kind of bully him around here. And we'll use the dog tags. Now this guy, if you farm him, for whatever reason you want to farm him, he does drop Marks of Honor, so if you don't feel like running the Towers of Trials with a friend or anything like that, you can farm this guy for a very, 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 very long period of time. Getting some frame drops there. And go for those Marks of Honor. I don't think that's a very good, efficient use of your time, but this is a game, and if you bought it, you play it how you want it. So more fake loading screens here as we run through. to the City of the Falling Flame. So this area we're just going to be kind of faking our way through it because we're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. We're not really going to be doing a whole lot of amazing things. But the reason is because as you take damage in the City of the Falling Flame, you can get perpetually bounced into the wall, and you can die very quickly. So it just kind of takes a lot of the nonsense out of it here. Alright, so let's talk about Bridge to Glory. So for Ishtar, it has an A mind, and we're going to be running this, which is strength based. So this won't be helping our light gift ability at all on Bridge to Glory. But Bridge to Glory, it says here that it needs a mind of B+, but if we read through it here, it doesn't tell you anything about how it scales. It says it temporarily increases attack power. So what does that mean? It just doesn't explain anything. So let's go to this guy.
Just standing here is dangerous.
And we'll take a hit. Oh, Mia. Oh, whatever. Okay, let me get off of this. Okay, I want to show you how it scales because it's a very odd type of scaling. Actually, let's turn Mia off so she's not shooting, so we're getting straight up damage. And this hopefully will clear up some of the Bridge to Glory confusion. So this guy comes out. Okay, let's see what one attack does. 1674. See, and we're just getting pushed into the flames continuously. So you take a lot of damage and it staggers you, and that's not enjoyable. I mean, you can do that if you want. So now let's pop Bridge to Glory. So we were doing 1674, so let's see what we do now in a single swing. Come here. So 1879. So there it was only doing 200 up, which is 1/8, so about 13% scaling. And so now let's do Cognitive Zeal and Bridge to Glory. So Cognitive Zeal, it increases mind a half step up, so 1879. So that didn't help us either. So it doesn't scale off of how high your mind is. But now let's switch to something with more mind based, or more light gift based. So this one has this is the highest scaling light blood code in the vein, or blood veil in the game. So now if we hit Bridge to Glory, sorry, let's just do Bridge to Glory first so we see the difference there. So remember 1674 was our base. So Bridge to Glory, now you'll see here that it'll be more than 18%. So now it's 1,000 up. Oh geez, come on. So now it's 1,000 up off of the base. So 1,000 out of so it's what is that? 63%. Yeah, 63% increase in damage. And now if we do Bridge to Glory and Cognitive Zeal, now does this change it actually? Because you're scaling off of mind again, which this has a high scaling, 2674, so no scaling there off of Cognitive Zeal. So this is where, this is how you determine, what you should be building for and everything. So we're going to go back to the Hounds. So Bridge to Glory here, it'll give us a 13% increase. Is that worth it? Cognitive Zeal is for Aurora Flash, so we'll keep that going. Because we're going to be paying attention more to Aurora Flash. So Bridge to Glory isn't really going to help us here too much because we're not scaling off of mind. So what would help us here? Oh, I don't know. It doesn't really matter at this point. Maybe Blood-Sucking Blades. Just for why not. So that's how you can determine when... we'll go with White Mia for this. That's how you can determine when Bridge to Glory is actually useful for you, is when you're not running just any Blood Veil, but something that has a really, really, really high scale, light scaling. See, this is 1120 light scaling.
Get going.
This is a 966, and what we're running right now has a 0 scaling, so it doesn't do anything for Bridge to Glory, basically. You get just the base 12.5% boost. So this guy, again, here's the...
Coming through the fire.
So that guy does 300 damage. This is why we want to have our flame protections up. So this and this,
Now we're ready.
and now
The flames are too
this
intense
guy
to see.
does 0 damage. And even bouncing into the flames, 0 damage. So it just makes this part of the game kind of a joke. Like ultimate joke. Which is fine. Alright, so let's continue on here. Let's just, oops. Oh, so we took, oh. So we took some damage.
Thanks.
Oh well. Mia says thanks for some reason. We'll just buff our way up here. So now we do this, and then we get our health back. See, and we're taking damage and things, and it doesn't even matter. We just attack all kinds of things. So if you've ever hated the City of Falling Flame, this kind of takes a lot of the pain out of it. It just kind of turns into a joke, and which is okay, because you've had some rough fights up to this point, and things are kind of annoying, and the way the enemies are and everything, so this is kind of a nice place where you deserve to enjoy yourself a little bit. And especially when they get grouped up like this, you can swipe across all of them, and you get some really good return on your... you get some really good returns on your health that you get back because they're grouped up. So every frame that it's moving through a new enemy, it will give you 5% of health per hound head that hits. And these guys, they're just free health. So on that last group, we got like 1,000 health or something, 2,000 health in one swipe. Come on, buddy, where you at? There he is. And so that can really keep you going no matter what. Alright, so this, for this area, I would consider this a good build because I won't need any healing items at all getting through here.
Now we're ready. There.
Even with dumb things like that I do. So we'll get 5% back here. And then we'll get 10% here. Now that guy, when he does his damage against you, his block with his shield, you can dodge right before he attacks, and you will miss his entire attack. So there's a dodge window there that you need to watch for. Which I've seen. I mean, even your AI partner gets hit by it. Oh, this guy's whatever. So you can help your AI partner out by either giving the enemy a backstab right before they hit your partner, or you can interrupt that and take the hit yourself if you care about saving your partner or whatever. Okay, more cutscenes here. We find out about who's kind of behind all the fire here and what's going on with the queen and what some of Mito's plans are. Yeah. He's a scientist, but he's like a mad scientist, but he's like a evil mad scientist, but he's got some good plans. I don't know. You make your own choice and decision about him. I've already made mine.
Spending time here is not a great idea.
Okay, Mia. That's why we're making our way through easy peasy.
They don't look like pushovers, do they?
No, they don't. Now this guy, he actually does make you take damage from all his flame things, but if I'm standing in the fire, I get a continuous focus gauge, and this way I can continuously launch him. So, I don't know. There are some things that can keep you from going full invincibility. This guy's one of them. But you can just keep getting back your health. And it's a continuous knockdown almost for him. And even if he does hit us, since we have such high flame resistance, he won't do any damage really to us. See there, and we're about 800 health ahead of where we were. So let's look at our flame protection right now. 177. And then if we use a tonic, I believe these give 10 more resistance. So, 197, so 20 more. So, those are, and this is a regen inducer, so we can use one here. Now I used that, but I didn't need to, so I'm not going against what I tried before. Now you'll notice that we definitely do have just tons and tons and tons of iCore stocks. So, which is why I'm going to be using Mia's communal, so we can just spam out things here and get those slashes off really quick. And I mean, why not? You got it, so you might as well use it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can just, yeah, it's kind of weird that you can do that. But then we come to this guy, a couple of these, and he does no damage to us because he's pure fire damage. And again, since our fire damage is so high, it just doesn't matter. No problem, yeah. Alright, so now we're going to be getting to about the halfway point here. And there's just a lot of running. And because you're not really taking a whole lot of damage most of the time, this place just kind of falls apart in what they were wanting you to do here. Now the balls are coming up. They kind of hurt sometimes. Yeah, these things are annoying. Alright. So, and we can't, and we don't have flame protection up, but we still can have 100% invincibility to the flame. So we can stagger when we apply these fire protections. Okay. Alright, so it took some damage there, but we will get it back here. So you don't need to worry about the flame guy, because you have 100% flame protection here. So go for the gunner first, because he will stagger you with his shots, and then kill him, and then kill this guy. Get some health back. Get up the flame protection, and this guy thinks he can hurt us. So that's why we don't go for him first. So we'll use him to get some health back here. So again, you play the game however you wish to play. However, this part of the game just becomes an extremely easy portion. Okay, you would, Mia. That's very nice. Come here, you. Okay, time for a launch. Don't do that. Let's see if we get a second. Okay, good. So these guys have just mountains of HP. It's kind of weird. So we'll just slash him. Just for fun. We'll get some of our I-core back here, and we'll load up on some health since he hit us once. Okay, let's check out the charge attack. Oh, missed him with that. Come on, man. I just wanna... Okay. I just wanna do one charge attack, come on. And can we get it? There we go. So it hit through the wall. I wonder if that hit that guy. Nope. Let's get some health back on this thing. Now we're ready? Okay. Those balls are annoying. So if you go too far beyond the wall, then you'll be dealing with both balls and the flame guy.
I wasn't sure we'd make it through that.
You weren't. Oh, okay. We're just gonna leave him down there. Don't worry about it, Mia. So you don't want to activate those two flame balls if you can help it. Just because of the fact
There
that...
it is. The Successor's crypt.
Oh, we gotta say hi to the penguin. Just because it gets too ridiculous with the two balls hitting you around and everything, and it just gets nuts. So this Successor is weak to crush ice. Like, big time weak to crush ice. But we have no gift scaling on anything. So, I mean, I guess we can pick up like Freezing Roar and just keep that. And what is our... We are Slash and Crush, so we shouldn't be doing too much damage here, but we're not up for damage because we're completely invincible, so... Is that fair? Well, I don't know. She can one-shot you, so is that fair? I don't know. That's how you get your ability to play the game, is you determine what kind of difficulty you want it to be.
Thank you.
So, yeah, again... Oh. So we'll get some health back. We'll try and get back up to full health. And since we are Ishtar with Deliverance, Mia will never die. So she's invincible, I'm invincible. It just makes for a fun fight. It did like no damage. Okay. Come on. Alright. Well, if you've seen the channel so far, you know this fight, so let's just get it over with. And I guess we can go for Cloak of Winter, since this is the highest light mine-based crush fire or crush ice gift in the game. Let's spend some I-core here. And then we can get this out quicker. So even though we have no mines or no light ability, this is still doing about 2,000-3,000 damage. So it's fairly considerable. Oh, we got hurt. Let's get our health back. So you can help your friends out with this build, because we're buffing her abilities with charisma. And if you know people who are having a hard time with her, with Emily, then, oh, we lost some health. Then this will help them considerably. I don't know how we got all our health back, but that was weird. I'll have to watch that back and see. Nicely done. Great job, Mia. We just kind of bullied the kitty down. So that's the City of the Falling Flame. We're moving into cutscenes here. We learn a little more about Mito. We learn about Emily's sacrifice. We learn about Yakumo and his connection to the world of Vane and what he was doing in his previous life that he may or may not remember. So Mito's up here on the statue, or on the ledge. Hello.
No, they're still asleep. That's all.
This is Emily.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury to coddle late bloomers. However, their failure will fuel your success, for they will serve as offerings to your ascension.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Whatever you want to do, just do it to me.
Oh, an intriguing offer.
Keep your grubby fingers off them.
Emily has a very noble spirit, which is why she made such a great successor.
Don't worry, Yakumo. I'll keep everyone safe. I promise.
Yeah. We know, Emily, you want more, but you're just a little shy. But no one can take that noble spirit from you.
Yes, just as I thought. A template will has the power to resist the relic's corruption.
Mm-hmm.
Soon, humanity will rise to a higher plane of existence. Knowing
Very cool screenshot potential in here.
and eventually consume. Just wait, Gregorio.
And who's Gregorio? Oh yeah.
I will come for you.
We skipped the memories, so we didn't get to see him. We'll go do the memories probably next. Fill in just some of that playtime there. I mean, we don't have to. Maybe we should put it to a vote. See if we want to do the memories again. Or just keep moving. We'll see. Wish they put you, like, right next to it like they do with Eva. So that way there's none of this walking in the nonsensical grass here. But oh well. And we do like Emily. We like all the characters. But we don't want to see her again. We don't want to see her professing things that she should be saying, that she is too timid and noble to actually come out and say it. She wants Yakumo to be a man. She wants him to come out and say it. I think, I would imagine. Which, again, that noble spirit. So, we'll finish up with the cutscenes here. We'll be moving into some of the more annoying places in the game, as you saw in last playthrough, so we'll try and mix it up a little bit there. Maybe go for something a little strange. We'll see. I mean, not that anything through here has been normal thus far. But we'll see what we can do. If anybody has anything actually personally that they love and they want to see, then we can do that too. So normally Emily is right there if you save her, but we didn't, so she's a pile of dust. Here's where the penguin was. Yes. We like the penguins. Okay, so... Alright. I believe that's it for now. So we'll say goodbye.
I'll miss you.
I will miss you. Thanks everyone for coming along. We'll be continuing on into some very interesting places next. We'll see about the memories. And this was just to kind of show invulnerabilities, a little bit about Bridge to Glory and scaling, how that works for that particular buff, because it's not a straight buff. It can be, like you saw, from 12% to 62%. I mean, it's just crazy the amount of damage that you can get out of that, but it also depends on, you know, what your stats are in mind, and then what weapon you're using and how it scales. So kind of strange. But this is a fun build that you can do with friends to help them out, because you have deliverance, so they never die as long as you have continuous health regeneration, and charisma, that boosts their abilities quite a bit. And if you're running regenerative drain with a Hound's Veil, so you can pick any one of these, then you will be getting roughly 10 to 20 to 30% health back sometimes, depending on how many enemies are grouped up, and how the frame data is working as the hounds actually move through the enemies on first strike, second strike. So that's kind of a lot of fun that you can help keep your friends alive if you're adventuring or bossing with them. Hopefully that gives you something to think about, and we'll catch you next time. Alright, see y'all later.